I know what everybody's thinking. Episode 6 of Hensuki, are you willing to fall with a pervert as long as she's a cutie? You know, we have come a long journey with this guy. Yeah, you know, and I'm gonna compare this with a little bit. It's kind of like the Nisekoi, and let me tell you why. When you look at Nisekoi, you can see how this journey for this guy to find out who is the owner of the key to lock the pendant that he has. Whereas Hensuki, willing to fall with a pervert, it's kind of like that. He's looking for the owner of the white panties. And he went down the list of every perverted girl he goes down. A slave, a master, boy love, stalker, a smell fetish. What's next? A foot fetish? An exhibitionist? Like, come on, there are so many fetishes out there in the world. This guy is living the fundamentals of it. He is living the journey. Now, episode 6 demonstrates that it's not the MVP of this show, of this episode, is his grandpa. And I want to get to that. So, Hensuki is thinking that this Ram lookalike, Fujimoto, Fujimoto is works with the student council, and she's it's been revealed last week that she has a smell fetish. Okay. AKA Rem. Now I don't know, can we say that she's one of the best Rems? I mean, I can't say that. I mean, truth be told, she does look like Rem, but can we honestly put her as best Rem? Think about that. I mean, Raid Zero already got that. It topped that. Where would you put her in? I'll say second. Compared to all the other Rems, she's second. Now, Fujimoto, she's a nice, kind girl that bakes sweets. Okay, we get to know more of that. But I like how he's trying to figure out more details about her than having her friend stalker Soma stalking the MC's best friend girl. Her bunny ears. She, for a 30-year little girl like her, she is brolic. I mean, taking photos from distance and snapping shots just to find out who is the Cinderella, trying to get proof of it. And we all know for a fact that she's not even in the equation of this harem that he's in. So I kind of props for that. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So he tried various ways to know if Fujimoto was a Cinderella, and the guy, Hensuki just living the fantasy life. And I mean by fantasy, I mean just dying to know how he ended up in every predicament, but he doesn't even care. Like in every harem boy, like in every harem ecchi anime, there's always the boy who blushes when he see a girl naked or whatnot. In this case, he solves the problem. Koga, for example, the little girl with the blonde hair that always wanted to be a master and he's a slave. So when he fell, Koga got on top of him, and he just touched her breast, and then she walked out. So I'm like, that's one way to stop it. That's one way. Now, this is where the scene comes in to where I said his grandpa is the MVP of this episode, and I'm gonna tell you why. So he is trying to get. Remember, I said he's trying to get to know Fujimoto really well. So what did he do? Oh, decided to clean the park. Started to clean the streets out for a bit, and along with the big breasted pet girl. I call her Pet Son. But yeah. So as they cleaning, the Pet Son drove her into this, drove the main character underneath the bridge and started getting on top of him. She started getting on top of him. And just went and he had to think about what a way to get rid of a dog. A symbolism of it, because remember, she's trying to be a dog. She's a dog. So he's trying to think of symbolism ways to how to remove the dog from on top of me. The grandpa, in his flashback, the grandpa told him, oh, you have to figure the tail out. So by the tail, you mean grab the ass. And the movement of him grabbing her ass, rubbing it, just to get rid of it was spot on. That was really, the vocal. That's like the best moment ever in this episode. Not only he got some ass groping, but he actually learned it from his grandpa. So I wish I had a grandpa like him, because he could teach me how to like like in case of situations like that. When if I have a girl, like if a girl was to be on top of me like that, trying to be all that, I could have just like literally just push, like grope by the ass to just move out, just to move out. You know, that works. But I wish that grandpa know how to get ass like that. How many of you guys want him as your grandpa, the main character's grandpa? How many of you want to have a grandpa like him? I would, hands down. Okay. Now aside from that, he gave Fujimoto the jacket, and she kept it. And plus, she's like a battery charger. She's like an iPhone charger. Like there's no smell coming out of it. Like when she gets close, she got that recharge. I'm like, she's recharging just to get the smell continuing in her aura body. That's what she did. So again, she's like a battery. She's like a phone charger. You plug in and it's charging. So with her, get close, fully charged. Now, but when the smell gets too extreme, she steps back, because she don't want to get that orgasm moaning of her smelling. So in that decor room, she got the whole room to herself. Matter of fact, she said, oh, when the big-breasted pet son said, I'm wearing black panties, the Fujimoto said, oh, I'm wearing white. Just so you know, she looked at us and said, oh, I'm wearing white. That gave you a hint that she might be the Cinderella. But anyway, back to what I was saying, got the whole room to herself with him. And just when he woke up with his eyes woken up, boom. She already got his pants down and his underwear showing. I'm like, this guy, he's about to get it. He's gonna get it. And I like Fujimoto on this, because at least she not only revealing herself that she's a smell fetish, even though we already know that, she's going to the extreme. More than the master and pet together. She is more in depth to this than ever. Even better than Nandro. Now, here's the thing. I said before and I'll say it again. We got a master. We got a slave. We got a boy love fetish. We got a smell fetish. With his sister, and I'm going to tell you what, with his sister, part of me right now, and I know I'm going to hate saying this. I knew it from my videos. I didn't want this to happen. Part of my video says, part of my looking back on this, part of me saying that his sister could be the Cinderella. Because if you think about it, sometimes it's always the shy, quiet girls that could be the main shipping. It's sometimes, not always, but sometimes. I can't think of a harem ecchi show that has that kind of deal. But you guys notice that sometimes the sister sometimes the sister may win, may not win. If the plot changes, like saying, oh, we're not blood related. Something like that. If they would have said, we're not blood related, that kind of thing, then I can only say that, okay, then they have a shipping right there. But part of me is right now looking at this is saying, how come the sister's not involved in this? How come she's not involved? And that's the reason why. Because we know, just by looking at her, that sometimes the quiet girls could be the best girl. And with his sister there, again, with his sister, chances are, being the Cinderella, I could say about raise up to 70% at best. So, anyway, what have we got from episode 6? Well, like I said, the main character got boob, he groped butts, he got a smell fetish, he got the girl that he almost got fully naked with it, and, like I said, the MVP of this episode belongs to the grandpa. And like I said, the Gramps got moves, and we should learn from him next time. So, I look forward for next week, episode 7, and I hope you will.